Onwards.
First on the team
It's great to have you with us.
from Memphis, Tennessee.
Get your VCRs ready. Get your VCRs ready.
Make it squeal like a pig, Johnny, squeal like a pig.
Big John Daly.
Welcome to the Preferred Lies podcast, the home of good golf and better chat. You're not going to believe this. They've let these two freaking idiots back on by themselves again. Substitute teachers are back.
Yeah,
Must have been a flu or something go through the rest of the cohort.
must have.
Yeah, a little bit of food poisoning at the staff party that we weren't invited to the night before.
Must have been.
Yeah, little bastard. I reckon they just got sauced up.
Bad prawn.
Bit of bad prawn. Bit of prawn cocktail. Bit of bad prawn cocktail. Mitty's here though. Mitty and Kingy. Mr. Dunbar, Mr. King. Substitute teachers going around again. How are you, mate?
I'm going really well. How you going, mate?
I'm not doing too bad. You can be honest, mate. You're a little tired. You've had a big
a bit
day. You've had
tired.
a big couple of days.
Yeah, it's been a
big week.
it's been a big week, and it's going to continue being a big week.
Sounds like it. You're rattling off in the green room what you've got coming up, and it looks pretty hectic. Not to mention how hectic our life has been for the last 4 or 5 days, especially off the back of PLP Cup. Did you survive?
I survived.
I survived. I had the fattest time ever.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a good one. It was probably one of the best to date, I think. I'd put it up there. I'd rank it probably the number one out of the last 3.
It was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, I was very, very happy with how it all went too. So, yeah.
I think it went smooth.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
I love the add-on of the Calcutta. Actually, I think the whole way the weekend ran this time with the timings. So we were a little dubious about having the early start on the Saturday, but I think it worked absolutely Mickey Mouse. So we teed off around 8 a.m. Yeah. So for those that didn't stay the night before, it was a hard press in the morning. A lot of the boys were up at 3:30, 4 o'clock getting up and running to get there in time and a bit of a warm up and whatnot. But for those of us that stayed there the night before, it was pretty good to wake up, go get some brekkie, go have a pracky on the range, and then did a bit of a debriefing, and then you took the ceremonial first tee shot and absolutely munced it.
Yeah, I hit it pretty good.
What'd you have in?
I think I had 34 into the green.
34.
Yeah.
Did you use the putter? Texas wedge?
Not quite. I didn't make birdie though, so that was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, I was up similar. I wasn't quite as far as you. I had maybe 36, 37 metres in. No, I think I had like 50 or so. But the front pin kind of, I got a nasty little hop, but I ended up maybe a 15-footer and a bit dubious on that first part. But neither here nor there. What I really loved, obviously, then is being able to have a can at 8:30 in the morning and some steady kind of day drinking. Yeah,
Yeah, it was good.
you were first group off, obviously, and you were headed by probably one of the world's greatest beer drinkers of a morning in Zach Kelly. Did he fire you up on the first hole?
No, we actually, I don't know when we had our first beer. Well, I know when we did have our first beer, it was about 6:30 in the car park. We cracked our first tin. But
After you pulled up, you did.
yeah,
That's
after we
right.
pulled up. But on course, it was probably like the third or fourth. We had a couple, and then I think we got 8 for the remaining back 9.
Oh, yep.
And we saw them off pretty early.
Pretty quickly. That's
and
good.
yeah, no, Zach is a different human that can consume copious amounts of alcohol.
We will get to that a bit later on because he does get a pretty solid mention for
Yes.
a certain award that we gave out. So
Yes.
we'll get back to that in a moment. So early tee, relatively then early finish compared to previous years on that Saturday. So you were first group in. You would have
Yes.
been in around 12:30ish.
I think we were done just on 12, like 10 past 12. Like
Yeah.
we sorted around. It was good.
Yeah, you guys were miles ahead. We had. I think we're maybe a hole and a half behind you guys.
Yeah, because you were second off, weren't you?
I was third off. Reese was second off.
That's
so,
right,
so
yep.
yeah, they were back just a little bit, and then we were up them for the majority. And then to be able to saddle in on the 18th there with the boys, obviously I had to take the golf carts back because there were still some punters going out from different groups, obviously. But restocked the beers, made our way back down, and just had a fat time for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, sitting on the back of the 18th green as all the groups started to roll in.
Yeah.
Like proper fat time.
It was, yeah. I was in fine form pretty early.
You were. I wasn't going to make mention of that. What I really loved is that you paid your bet. Your debt really early on while you're on fire. I did ask you how many balls you'd lost. I did want to make a little reminder that you said there's no water on Coralbin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's definitely not in play.
It's not in play. if you haven't had about 15 cans. So
We should have factored that into our
Yeah.
little bet. So you said you weren't going to lose any balls, and you ended up losing more than none.
I lost 3, and I lost 3 in the last 2 holes. So I lost one on 17, then I lost 2 on 18
Yeah, right. In the water, both?
in the water.
Yeah, excellent.
All 3,
in the
actually.
water. All right. So a little bit of water in play after 18 beers.
Yes.
But true to form, you did.
I paid my
you
bet.
popped it. I've got it on video, so we'll put that one up on socials. I just wanted to make mention of that. I might clip that up as our first clip for this episode. So really cool then for everyone to kind of come rolling in. I think the last group came in around 2:30, 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30. I think was probably close to the point.
Yeah, yep.
And then it was, all right, boys go have a shower.
Yep.
And then into the presentation room we went, had a mad little presentation there. We will get into proper review there in a moment. But then, yeah, just kind of pushed out into the party time. And then everyone just kind of cruised on over to the tavern and had a pretty decent time, didn't they?
It was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good turnout. It was bloody busy.
It was very
Like
busy.
Coralbin itself was that's as busy as I've ever seen it. So when we finished, normally we hold onto the carts and we can sit around the back of the green and watch everyone come in. But when we finished, we went up there and I was chatting to the young fella who was doing carts, and they had 36 carts to go out after we'd finished, and we only had 24. So. Yeah, I think they may have been a little bit overbooked, but not sure how that went for them, and yeah.
Oh, cool. How did you play? So that's what everyone wants to know. Obviously, we don't have the rest of the crew here, but I'm sure we can get a bit of an idea from memory how the other boys went. How did you go?
There was glimpses early on. Like I was actually playing pretty steady the first, I don't know. I think I had 17 points of front 9, 16, 17 points, and I think I wiped 9 as well. So I was going all right, and then
Just
wiped 9.
in the bunty?
Yeah, in the bunty, found it, chipped it out, and then kept going. And anyway, took a double there, and yeah, found the halfway house pretty.
I was going to say,
pretty
did you
quickly.
have a glizzy at the turn?
Had a glizzy and yeah, smashed a can pretty early, and then didn't make birdie on 10, which was really disappointing because it's a pretty gettable hole. And then
That pin setup was pretty average, though.
it's always there too. Like it's never ever front left where it's super easy to get down to. And then the highlight of the day was when I smoked one up 12, which is a long par 4, and then hit gap wedge like 6 feet, and I was like, righto, gonna make birdie here. We're gonna get back on the straight and narrow, and then proceed to miss my putt by like 3 feet short and right.
Oh,
and I was
damn.
like, yeah, awesome. So
Let's
yeah,
set the tone.
yeah, back on the cans. So, but the highlight for me probably was making birdie out of the hay on Twin Lakes. So
Oh,
smashed it up straight up. I thought it was perfect.
just a bit long. Just went through the through the cart path there into the
And
the
Zach,
hay, literally.
Yeah, Zach and Nikki were like, no, that's no good. And I was like, what? Because I measured it and it was like 278. And at this stage, I was fairly well lubricated. So I was like, there's no way I've got to that. And sure enough, it was in the hay, hit sand wedge from 90 odd metres and hit it to like 4 feet and
little tap.
got pretty wild after that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, how good.
But it was good. It was real fun. How'd you play, mate?
I didn't do too bad. Day one, I had a rock solid little group. We had T-Mac jumped in late, so he jumped in the cart with Big Blakey boy. That was a sight to behold. The two of them in a golf cart together. We had some fat times. I had Jimmy Chalmers with me as well, and he was a bit up and a little bit down there as well. I ended up shooting 3 over, which wasn't such a bad round overall. Putted okay. Drove the piss out of it and had a couple of nice little up and downs as well. So I think I ended up with 5 bogeys, birdied the last and birdied another par 5 as well. Can't remember which one.
7, 4, up the hill.
7. Maybe it was 7. Yeah, second shot into that bit. It's the steep through the
Yeah.
So I plugged one into the front with my 4-iron and then
up.
flopped it out to 3 foot and dropped in a little tap in birdie there. So a couple of little options, couple of little looks at birdie as well. So yeah, played really well there. So I don't know what the hell happened come Sunday because I couldn't find the club face there. But hell of a fat time. And I think the rest of the boys probably held their own. Simwu got blindsided, I think, by a freight train we'll call Daddy Dunbar and his shots. So jump on the socials, you'll see the before and after there. Fasty didn't do too bad, I don't think. Do you remember what he scored in?
I don't remember much after that Saturday.
He might have kept that pretty quiet as well. And then Reese, I think, didn't do too bad either. I think he ended up with 33 points or 34 points. So he broke broke 90, I think, which
He
was
had
pretty stoked with.
84 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So boys played pretty well, which was good.
No, it was good. There was a few good rounds. Like it was actually pretty tight. So I think we'll get into who won, but I think you came second on a count back with 37 points.
That's right. Yep.
Andrew Chauffet, who jumped in late as well, so Sim Woo's brother-in-law, he had 37 also to take out third.
Okay, he had third. I was wondering who it was.
And then there was a stack at 36. So Zach had 36, Nicky had 36, and there was probably 3 or 4 others that had 36.
Wasn't Blakey in around there, or T-Mac? They were both up there as well.
T-Mac might have had 36, and then I think Blakey might have had 35 or 36, something like that. So it was pretty bunched.
Some good golf out there,
yeah.
And no one had to piss Africa in their pants either, which is pretty good.
I only got that afterwards. I completely forgot the whole Africa, and then I finally clocked on.
Saw that in the socials as well. Yeah. Well, let's go to the PLP Cup. We might be able to just get a little FaceTime thing going here. We're going to call up a special little guest. I'll just make sure I'm linked up properly. I am. And we got him on the phone right here, right in front of us. The winner, 2-time winner, second time around of the PLP Cup, Mr. Riley Dunbar. How you going, mate?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Mate, thanks
Very
for jumping
excited.
on board. I know we've got probably a bit to talk about as far as the PLP Cup's concerned, but more importantly, big fella turned 21 just yesterday, yes?
Yeah, yesterday.
Big happy birthday, Riley Dunbar. Happy fucking birthday, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good day. No different to any other. Just, but yeah, just feel a bit older now. So
Yeah, you're looking a bit older too there, mate, but that's all good. So it was a pretty quiet day, was it?
yeah, didn't do much out of the ordinary.
Right. So
Went to the gym and then went and played at Glades and then had $1 million. It was awesome.
Excellent, good. Well, you saved your $1 million for the right day, mate. $1 million on your birthday is always pretty good. But we wanted to call you in so we could have a bit of a yarn about your efforts at the PLP Cup on Saturday. So big hoo-ha, 2 out of 3. How are you feeling after that, mate?
Yeah, look, pretty good. I was pretty happy with how I played, to be honest. I haven't played better than that, so it felt nice to finally hit something out of the middle.
So, like everything just worked. Run us through your round. What worked? What didn't work? Did you get yourself out of trouble? Did you get yourself in trouble?
Honestly, my driver, I think I missed maybe one fairway all day. Like it was just on a rope.
Absolutely,
And
yeah, man.
my chipping and putting, like I putted the lights out as well. I reckon I probably hold 3 or 4 15-plus footers, which helped.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Can you give me some tips, mate? You use a lab putter too, don't you? Like lab putter's the cheat code, is that right?
Nah, I use an old 2-ball. It's probably 10 years old.
Excellent. Have you got a spare one of them floating around?
Oh, what's that?
A spare one of those 2 balls I could borrow? No, carry on.
But yeah, it was just one of those days. Plus the vibes of the group were high. So
Who'd you have?
Dice,
So run us through who was in your group.
I had Dice. I had
Dice is a vibe,
Matt.
man. Dice is all about vibe.
I had Matt, and then I had Greg as well.
Oh, Maddie and Greg.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Wee
pretty
Woo,
good
wasn't
group.
it? Matt Wilkie, the land-based
Oh,
mammal.
you had the land-based mammal, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
my goodness. Yeah, right. Yeah, that is a rock-solid group, that. And they would have been riding you high as well. Like every time you dropped in a putter or a fucking chip, they would have been yahooing.
Yeah, there were a few times where it got a bit quiet, to say the least. But no, for the most part, they were rallying hard.
Was there a few sandbagger calls throughout the round, mate, or did you manage to dodge those until you got to the 18th green?
To be honest, I kind of dodged them, which I was surprised about. I thought I would have been getting all the chirp in the world, but
Well, you played to your handicap,
Yeah.
mate. Like, obviously better than, 3 better than. Yeah? So 39
Yeah.
points is pretty bloody impressive around there, mate. And you've done a couple of reconnaissance out there. You know, you've played Coralbin probably more than the average, I'd imagine.
yeah.
So you kind of know where to do it. But you still got to put the ball in play, don't you? That's the big thing there.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. I didn't lose a ball till 17, where I proceeded to hit about 7 into the water.
Fucking
and
stable
then
for that.
decided to pack up and go, no, fuck this.
That'll do.
So,
That'll do. Excellent. So it could have been better, mate.
yeah, it could have been. My back night, the last couple of holes were average, to say the least. I think I got the yips. I was feeling like, oh, geez, we're going good here, and then just started yipping it around. But
Ski's got a bit too far out in front of you, mate, you reckon?
Yeah, and that plus probably a few too many tins didn't help.
Yeah, we've had that
See
discussion
3
in here
balls, it
already.
gets a bit challenging.
Hit the middle one, they reckon. Well, that's awesome. Do you have a highlight from not so much around, but from the weekend itself? Obviously, we've already spoken about the tavern frivolities that ensued after the Calcutta when we went over there, and then we'll talk a little bit more detail later on once we piss you off about what happened on Sunday as well. But any big highlights?
Seeing how smashed Dad got was pretty funny.
Daddy D, I had this conversation with Ushi because Ushi didn't make it down there, so I was giving him the story back, and I said Daddy Dunbar was fucking hammered on Saturday night, like stumbling, like he kept falling up the hill somehow while he's standing around the fire. Every 3 seconds he'd try and like correct himself and end up nearly on his ass, but he looked.
And then
pretty
he fell asleep around the campfire as well.
Oh yeah, a little snooze, did he?
Yeah, he was laying there and he goes, "Oh, I think I might go to bed."
There was a bit of sleeping going on. Some people were standing while they were sleeping while we saw. So, all right, well, that's a pretty fat highlight, seeing the old boy a little bit mixed.
Yeah, no, it was good.
So we're going to, you're obviously going to back up again this weekend. Big 21st birthday party coming up.
Yeah, it's probably going to get a little bit out of hand, but, you know.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't make it, mate. My invite got lost in the mail, but I had something very important on anyway.
Yeah, no worries. That's all good.
I do, yeah. Big happy birthday, though, mate. So I really appreciate you calling in. Do you have any more chat for your brother there, mate?
No, it's very impressive. What
Yeah,
he's done.
it was pretty
2 out of
impressive.
3,
Yeah,
so.
and I do believe someone at this desk actually called a second-time winner, and it was me.
Was it?
Yeah. So I did say
Well
that.
done. Did you get that on the Sure Thing with Adam King?
I should have done. Yeah, I would have been paying 1,000. We did say that. I think I was going to pair it with Daddy Dunbar to get the Bradman Award as well. But yeah, I had faith in you, mate. Even if your brother here didn't. So big congratulations. Next year you'll be playing off 6, I think, mate, instead of the 14. But you've done it off a legitimate handicap, mate. So I don't think there can be any argument there.
Yeah, sweet. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, heaps for calling in, Riley Dunbar. RD, big happy birthday again, mate. Have a fat birthday party. I want to see some Snapchats and send me a couple of selfies from the gym, mate, in the mirror. That'll be good.
Yeah, no worries. Can do.
Cheers, brother. See ya. I cut him off there. Excellent. That probably went a bit better than I expected it was going to after the shit start that we gave it. Let's put that one back on there. Everything's still running. Fantastic. So there was obviously, you heard there from our 2-time champ, Riley Dunbar. You mentioned earlier that the second, third placings there as well. Big shout out to MD Golf Performance as well for donating prizes. I did get to wear my hat today, which was pretty sick, and I actually hit the balls, hit the Callies today, and we probably don't need to talk anymore about that, about how that went. We've already spoken about it. It wasn't terrible, but yeah, I might get through that box before I think about going back to the titty. So I don't know yet. Also, Reese, you wanted to give us a bit of a shout out to another birthday boy. So Chris Kasuki, he had his birthday on the Saturday. Of the PLP Cup. So what better place to celebrate your 65th birthday? I'm not sure if he's that old. He might be 70. How old's Chris?
Not a day over 45.
He doesn't look a day over 45. So big happy birthday to him. And he actually gave us a bit of a podcast award as well. So he put on a pretty awesome little presentation.
It was good.
In between presentation and Calcutta there as well. So I think some of the boys have some footage of that. So we might maybe try and get that up on the YouTube channel as well. If you're not already, jump on to the YouTube channel and like, share, subscribe. And yeah, let's see if we can get our views up over 15. I think we got last time, which is pretty good. We're trending. Yeah, rocking and rolling. So that got us through the PLP Cup, which is the individual Stableford event. And then come Sunday, we had our team event, 4-man Ambrose.
Yeah, and it. So we led the boys off, and we were absolutely rolling.
We were early.
Like rolling. I think we were 6 or 7 under through
6 through 6.
6 through 6, and then we birdied the 7th to go 7. So we were 7 through 7, and then we parred our way almost home to shoot 9 under.
Yeah, we had a solid little birdie on the last. You had a mad little lip out for eagle that I burned the edge, and then yours horseshoed to break our hearts a little bit.
Yeah. Wasn't good enough for the win anyway.
We were really battling there, weren't we? Like vibes got a bit low there. There were a couple of mint shots, but we just couldn't drop a putt.
Yeah, it was. We hit some really good shots and we hit some not so good shots, and may have been a club throw. There may have
been a very uncharacteristic club throw.
I was vibing. I was really wanting to win. Like
you were pumping, and you were carrying us at the start. You really were. Your driver was fucking absolutely mint. You hit that driving iron a couple of times as well. That just got us in some really good places when the other three of us put us out in the fucking bunty everywhere. Some of us had a bit of trouble getting off the tee, but yeah, you were rock solid. I think the eagle that we had on the par 5 out the back was all you.
On the fourth, yeah. Eagled the fourth own ball and then proceed to hit my shot on the eagle's nest to like 8 feet.
That's right. Absolute minced that as well.
And then T-Mac might have rolled it straight
T-Mac
in.
rolled it in, and then you wanted to have a go at it as well, and you rolled it in, and then I had a go, and I rolled it in as well. So
Reese may have been the only one that missed.
May have been the only one that missed, but he'll probably cut this out so the world will never know. It's the beauty of being in charge of editing, I think. So, so we were first on out, had our ups and downs, vibing there for a little bit, as you said, and then we kind of saddled up on the 18th for the next 2.5 hours and watched the boys kind of roll in. And there were some close calls in there, weren't there? Like as the scorecards come in, they just kind of kept getting a little bit better and a little bit better.
Yeah, I was thinking through the round that you needed to be fairly well close to 18 under to win, and
including your handicap.
Including handicap. So what do we have? 9, 4.5. So we only had 13.5. So I think we finished 2 or 3 short. Club Carl takes it out. They were second group in. Very surprising that no one. We only had one group that kind of scared them. Which was the Divots, which I thought was probably the favourite heading into it.
And they were definitely the favourite if you're looking at the Calcutta and how much money they got. I think they were top paid horse to come in, weren't they? Over 400. I know Reese and I were trying to get some money on the Divots, and old Broady kept throwing his hand up. So we in the end we were just driving the price up a little bit for Broady to try and get the pool up a little bit further than what we were comfortable to pay. But in the end, I think he made his money back. I think he ended up 700 or 800.
It was second, 750 or something like that. So,
but Daddy Dunbar got the steal with Club Carl. I don't think anyone betted after he put 100 on them.
He was the only one, and Zach was. We had the mouth of the south, the old Rowan.
Rowies Rugby League,
who was fairly chirpy on that Saturday afternoon, going, I'll give you 20, I'll give you 20, and Zach held fast held solid and said, no worries, mates, I'll take 100, and Daddy got straight onto that and snapped him up and almost won 1,500. So
big shout out to Zach. I should have mentioned that earlier in the show that he actually ran a hell of a Calcutta. It was there was a rowdy bunch. There were 48 blokes there that were pretty on their way, and he kept them under control and got through all 12 and got a decent amount of cash out as well. So I got a lot of positive feedback on the work that Zach did and the Calcutta itself. So big shout out to Daddy D for his idea there as well.
Yeah, it was really good.
I think the little highlight from the Sunday then is the obviously watching the groups come in is pretty good, and the boys trundling in. It's not quite as messy because a lot of people are driving and then kind of getting on the roll. But I think the standout is probably the necking of a bottle of Shiraz from Club Carl. Old Murphy got a little bit excited, cracked a bottle after they'd got the win and had a little sip, said that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure he got some encouragement, bit of peer
you
pressure.
won't see that off.
Yep, and then down he went to the amazement and of many people. I remember looking at Reese and his jaw was on the ground.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of doing the presentation, and Murph stuck it out, and I think it stayed in his guts for a good hour and a half before
Greenmount had exited.
Greenmount it came back out, so that was probably the big highlight for me on the Sunday. You got any highlights on the Sunday?
Not particularly. It was a really good afternoon watching everyone come in. We got lucky with the weather. It only rained for maybe 10 minutes. Like as soon as I put my jacket on, it stopped, and then it was gone. So
because you were saying earlier in the week that we were supposed to get wet, like
it was
proper
supposed to be wet, and then the forecast kept changing and changing and changing, and then it tried to spit on Saturday, and then and then we had a shower come through on Sunday, and then we got really lucky, and it was such a good afternoon after that, and it was such a good event. Like I think everyone enjoyed it, and I think most of the team stuck around. I think there was only one team that had to get back to Toowoomba to pick up some kids and whatnot. But yeah, it was really good to see everyone stick around and have a really good time. So no, it was
and
awesome.
quick presentation on the 18th,
Yeah, it was
and then
good.
everyone kind of got the opportunity to bail out. I think we were home around 7, bit after 7 o'clock,
which
so
is
it
pretty good.
wasn't too bad. So yeah, I think that's the recipe for coming years. I think, unless we get some feedback that says otherwise. So we're happy with that. Happy with that PLP Cup and the preview or the review of what went on in Coralban. I don't think we need to go into any more detail. What happens on tour stays on tour.
I think that was the only thing that happened, wasn't it?
That was the only thing that happened. Bit of golf, a little bit of fun. Had a nice chicken schnitty. That was good.
When you finally got it, or did you not have
mine
any
wasn't
issue?
too bad. No, mine wasn't too bad. There was some other golf being played as well.
Proper golf.
Yeah, we better talk about this. So this is obviously the first leg of the FedEx Cup. They were at the St Jude Championship. Justin Rose got the win. 2025 FedEx St Jude Championship. First leg of the 2025 FedEx Cup. Payoffs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep, the playoffs. So we actually went to a playoff. We actually went to 3 playoff holes. So old Rosie ended up beating JJ Spown in the third playoff hole. Couple of birdies, couple of good long birdie putts went in those playoffs. Spowny dropped one from 40 foot, I think, on the second playoff hole. Put the pressure on Rosie, who was sitting underneath the hole, and he dropped a good little 10-footer. To make it go again. And they actually changed the hole after the second playoff hole and put it over to the side that Spowny was hit both times and in regulation as well. And then he actually didn't hit it to the same spot. But big old Rosie put one up there nice and tight, dropped it in, and Spowny missed his. So, pretty impressive there. Caps off a pretty strong year for the veteran Englishman, according to Reese. So his longevity and ability to win an event against this strong of a field at this stage in his career is incredibly impressive, which I think it is, yeah. The disappointment of losing out to McIlroy at the Masters will undoubtedly linger, but this will serve as a handsome consolation.
It's well written.
It's well written. I didn't do it justice, did I? We've got a few points that we want to talk about here. Are we calling Fleetwood not winning a defecation? He was the leader. He had a 4-shot lead, I think, after the second round.
We may have to call it a Fleetwood.
Oh, it's getting to that point.
It's getting to that point, I think.
Right.
It's not good.
It wasn't on the last hole, thankfully. Like, he fucked it up maybe 3 holes before.
Yeah.
Got himself in a little bit of strife. He bogeyed that par. Oh, no, he saved par on the par 5 when he was up behind it, when he chipped and pushed it off the front of the green there. Perfect birdie opportunity. And then that would have put him one up, I think, over Spowny. Spowny at the same time drops a birdie in the hole ahead to bring it back to even. And I think he's then seen the scoreboard and gone, oh, no, here we fucking go again, in his best English accent. It's not mucho, not good.
It's not real good, no.
All right. Minwoo Poo, Minwoo Lee. He sucked a bit, but pretty cool that he gets around in that last round. He was playing by himself because Rory decided not to come. So left one man alone. 2 hours and 10 minutes. What do we reckon about that?
It's Sutton.
I think he actually shot 1 under or something as well,
Good on him.
which is pretty good compared to the other 3 rounds. that he
First 3
played.
rounds weren't real good, no.
Mitchell, not good either. Any other highlights for you, mate, outside of that?
I really didn't get to watch much. I was preoccupied. We were coming home from Coralban Monday morning pretty early, so by the time I got home, she was fairly well done and dusted, so I didn't even get to flick it on before it was over.
For a 3-hole playoff, it was actually pretty interesting. It was pretty exciting, and there were opportunities, and it wasn't just boys flubbing around. You know, the part or the birdie putts that missed were hitting lips. Yeah, Rosie probably could have won it in regulation as well. He sunk like 4 birdies on the trot from 12 to 16, I think. Well, that's 5 holes. To come back from nowhere because he'd bogeyed or double bogeyed or something earlier on in the round. So it was a good press by him. He was just riding the wave, and he was playing with Fleetwood. So you could see Fleetwood fucking, faltering while Rosie's just dropping birdie after birdie, and a couple of big stupid birdies that he shouldn't have been dropping. But that's what you got to do in the big games.
Have to.
Sure thing with Adam King results. This is, once again, mucho, not good. This is giving me vibes of Fleetwood at the moment. No hole-in-one. I didn't even see any footage of anything coming close to a hole-in-one, so we missed out on that one. I did miss both legs of the top 20 as well, which was Matty Fitz and Harish English. Matty Fitz tied 32 and Harish at tied 48th. So well and truly outside the top 20 there. Obviously, leaving FedEx St Jude, we're going into the BMW. A couple of people drop off, so we dropped 20. Yeah, top 50 go through.
Yep.
Did you make some notes in around who? No, you didn't. Lucky I did.
Yeah.
So we lose Spath. He's out. Minwoo Poo, apparently he's gone as well. Jake Knapp, the Blow Pig's gone. Big Tone Finau, he's out as well. Old Two Gloves Rye, and then Cammy D. So they're probably our notables that don't get a ticket over to the BMW.
And also miss out on the signature events for next year unless you get a sponsor's invite.
That's right. So it's only the top 50, yeah? So those that qualify through the top 50 that play this week, they get
Well, they're
tickets.
solidified in the field, and then you've got 20 guys who can make up the numbers through sponsors' invites and whatnot.
Yeah, cool. Let's talk about actually any other reviews before we move into the previews.
No, I got nothing.
So the Live Chicago was on as well.
I did
Dean Burmester.
Burmester, yeah.
Burmester. So he wins in a three-man playoff over Rambo and Ballister.
Yeah, he's the young fella, isn't he? He's only just come out of college, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right. Ballister or Burmester?
No, Burmester's he's for Stinger.
Stinger?
Yeah, he's actually a really good player. But I think that Ballister or whatever his name is, he's just come out of
freshie.
He's on the Spicy Boys, I'm pretty sure.
I think the Stingers won the team in a playoff as well. Had to go 2-on-2. Yeah.
But Ram was trying to get the win as well. But 3-person playoff, which was I was almost keeping tabs on. I for some reason I like Ram. Like I'm a big fan of Ram.
Yeah.
So
you give me Ram vibes over the backswing.
when I see Ram doing well, I want to keep up to date with the scores and stuff. And I saw he was actually kind of out in front by one, and then must have come back to the field. But Burmester gives it an absolute tonk. Like he smashes the golf ball.
Looks like a bit of an athletic human being.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Excellent. That's good to see. All right, moving into our previews then. So we go off to the BMW. You want to take this one?
Yeah, so we're going to Caves Valley Golf Course. So we've got Caves Valley is in Owing Mills, Maryland. It's a par 71, 7,200 yards. Or has that changed?
I think it's back to 70.
Okay, so 7,200 yards. The course rating is 75.3 with a slope rating of 142. The grass is so fairways and greens are creeping bent grass, so that'll look really, really good. And then the rough is cool season mix, so it's going to be nice and thick. I don't know the girth of what it's going to be.
About 4 inches.
Yeah,
I
about
did read
4
that.
inches.
Yeah.
But
Which is quite girthy.
It's real girthy. So they've recently gone through a huge renovation. So numerous holes have been reworked, lengthened, shortened, and hazards been brought into play a bit more. So most notably, the hazards on 11 and 17 have been brought closer to the green to be more in play. So I'm pretty sure the 11th, it's only about 330 yards. So it's technically a drivable par 4. But with how it sits, they're not expecting lots of guys to be going for it because the hazard is really quite close to the green, and you mustn't be able to run it up. So, and then 17, it's quite a tough par 3, and it's about 230 odd yards, and they've brought that hazard in nice and close as well. So.
That does sound pretty tough.
Yeah, 230 yards with water all around. It's going to be nice and tough. The last time the BMW was held here was in 2022. Patrick Cantlay was the winner back then.
Paddy C.
Paddy Ice. So the defending champ here is I Like Trains, Keegan Bradley.
Oh, of course he is. Is he still going? He is.
He's still going. Off a T44 last week. So not doing himself any favours to make sure that he's a pick for his.
I think he's already locked himself in, mate. Over Paddy Reid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Simwo.
The purse is 20 million, so be a nice little payday of 3.6 if you get the win, and you'll take home 2,000 points for the FedEx Cup as well.
Which don't really mean shit unless you're outside the top 30, yeah?
Correct. So it'd be more for those guys that are really trying to make a push for that top 30. So yeah, that's about it. All I've got for this week, mate.
Cool. No, you nailed it. Well done. So obviously, when we're looking at the field, it's only the top 50 that we've got left. There is one missing. Sepp Straker is out. He WD'd on Monday due to a private family matter. So I'm not 100% sure what that is, but big shout out to friend of the show, Sepp Straker, world famous Sepp Straker, apparently. So for those that do get through to the final week of the FedEx playoffs, so after this one, in addition to the 2-year PGA Tour membership exemption, all 30 earn exemptions into the 2026 editions of the Masters, US Open, and the Open Championship. All right? And as you mentioned, all signature events and whatnot as well. So, well, actually, they're already in there if they're playing in this one. So that's pretty rock solid. Betting favourites this... Obviously, Chef is up there paying $3.25. Next closest is Rory, who's decided to grace us with his presence, which will be great, paying $9. Xander with an X paying $19. Fairway Jesus paying $21 after his, pooped on the cross. And then Uberg paying $23. We have one Aussie left standing, J-Day, only man left standing there. And pseudo Aussie Foxy as well is in and around still. But J-Day's paying $81 if you want to throw some money on him. He might be worth a punt for top Oceania as well.
Oceania.
Sure thing with Adam King this week, though. Having, once again, a little bit of trouble with our multis adding up for us. So what I'm going to do is put together a video tomorrow. Hopefully when the multi-function is boosted again. So I'll run through them on here just so that you can listen to them. But jump on the socials yesterday if you're listening to this on Friday, and then get your punts in. I'll make sure I put them up tomorrow, which is yesterday on Thursday.
Well done.
Oh, that's fucking like Back to the Future shit. So first bet, I've got a couple of cool little ones here. Actually, we're going to keep our top 20 multi going, but the first up is a number of birdies multi. So I thought of something a little bit different here. So what I'm doing, I've got 3 players here. We're going over 3.5. So they've got to get 4 birdies each. JJ Spown, Tommy Ladd, and Victor Hov. Once again, not 100% sure what the odds are there, but I'm expecting probably close to $8, $9. But I'll probably prove myself wrong when I put that on in the future. The top 20 multi, we're going to throw in Cam Young. So Cam Young obviously coming off a solo 5th. Last week. He shot the field low 64 in the final round last week as well, which is pretty good. He is coming off a win the week before that as well, so he's pretty hot. Ludwig, so he T9 last week, and then he had another top 10 2 weeks ago before that. And then JJ Spown, obviously lost in the playoff last week. So there's your top 20 multi. Cam Young, Ludwig Eberg, and JJ Spown. I'll throw that up on the socials with the appropriate money value there. Sure thing with Adam King. Right, we're getting pretty close to having a little bit of a breather because I think we need it. How are you travelling?
Yeah, good, mate.
Any other previews you want to run through before we wind things up?
No, mate.
For the front 9?
No.
All right. So we're going to do that, and just before I do, I've got to have a little look. Oh, yeah. And there's something that I need to press. And we'll be back right after this. There it is. Welcome back. Substitute teachers are back on deck. We had a nice big lunch this time around. I had a meat pie and a chocky milk. What do you have?
Chicken burger, mate.
Chicky burger.
Chicken burger.
That's pretty good from a school canteen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones at high school were sensational.
Top shelf?
Yeah, had to have another go.
Did you ever have one of those mouse traps? You know, the cheese and bacon roll with a sausage roll in the middle of it?
No.
No, it was the best thing ever, especially on winter. Mousetrap. It might have been a Toowoomba thing because it was like 3 degrees every time.
Wow, that sounds
but it
delicious.
Heated up. Yeah, so I'll put that into old Merle, the canteen lady, and next time we're on duty, we can mung on one of them and then go kick some spirals to the grade 6s.
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent. So we're at the break. We're obviously at the turn here. We're brought to you by Crush Organics. Remember, they're the guys who give us the gummies. They've got some oils as well, which are pretty rock solid. Some topical ones, some ones that you can take orally as well. Helps you absorb them a little bit better, I think. But pretty good just to help you chill out a little bit and get yourself gunned up for a decent round with not too much head noise. We do have a cool little code as well, 40% off.
It's a lot.
Using our code PLP. And do know that, like, you know, we harp on about it a little bit, but it does actually help us out. You know, we get a little kickback from that. So we're not going to shy away from that. And that helps us, you know, put together certain things. And, you know, we've got some pretty cool things in the works coming up. Got some awesome little merch lines that Reese's been working on in the background that he gave us a little sneaky peek of as well. And all of that, you know, that doesn't just happen. That comes from helping our sponsors out. And, yeah, we really appreciate those guys at Crush Organics for their ongoing help. And we appreciate you for supporting them, and that supports us as well. All right, so we're going in the back nine here. We've got a few things that we need to run through. We mentioned earlier on the Saturday night. Now, we come up with a good idea. Well, Reese came up with a good idea. I think it was Reese, best on ground. So best on ground, we'll say Reese did it because he's a pretty smart man. He's pretty good with these kind of awards. So we thought it was a good idea to maybe throw up a best on ground come the Sunday based on the efforts of you know, certain pundits during Saturday afternoon into the evening. There are a few decent nominees in there. Did you have any that you wanted to make mention of off the top of your head?
Fremo was in fine form.
Fremo was in fine form. Now, I'll just give you a little heads up. Fremo, last time he was there, didn't make it to dinner. So his first goal was to make it to dinner this time around.
Well and truly made
it to dinner. He may have had a few micro sleeps after dinner while they're standing around the pool table there. I remember Reese coming up to me afterwards, giving me a nudge in the rib cage while we were at the pool table, and we're looking across the pool table, and here's Fremo standing at a barrel with a beer sitting on the barrel. Had his eyes closed and his arms crossed, just kind of swaying around. And Reese goes over there afterwards, after about 5 minutes of this happening, and he goes, "Mate, I've been watching you for 5 minutes, and for 4.5 minutes of that, you were asleep." And he's just kind of like nodded, picked up his beer, went for a walk, and went and chatted to someone else after that. So that was a fair effort. He wasn't too rowdy. He kept it pretty low key, but he was pretty well verschmicked, that's for sure.
Yes, he was very, very well on his way. I don't know when his eyes started looking back the same direction because it was pretty early when his eyes were going different directions.
Yeah, maybe that's why he had his eyes closed for the majority of the night after that as well. I do want to give a little shout out to Sim Wu as well. So obviously one of the members of the PLP podcast. He didn't get to the cup last year, so he made up for it this year around. He was fortunate enough, or unfortunate enough, to be grouped up with Daddy Dunbar, who was probably the downfall of Fremo last year. And I think he worked his magic on Simwu this year around as well.
Definitely did.
Yeah, they had plenty of shots. For those, jump on the socials, you'll see the before and after for Simwu. And I think 98% of that effort can be handed off to Daddy Dunbar, handing shots to big Simwu.
Yes.
I think the other 2% is Simwu and his efforts going around at the pub afterwards with his phone. Playing the card game, playing the
stupid bloody game.
Aces card game. Thought it was a great idea. Now, in hindsight, looking back, there were like 5 or 6 groups that he went around to. The thing is that he'd get 1 or 2 each group, but he'd generally have to scull himself. Yeah. And then he'd go to another group, he'd get 2 or 3 blokes in that. So for those that don't know what we're talking about, had his phone out, had a deck of cards in it, you tap it and it changes the card. If an ace come up, you had to neck whatever drink you had left. Yeah. You had the option of negating that by calling the suit of the next card that you tapped. So if you wanted to, you could double down essentially, but that meant if you got it wrong, you had to neck 2.
2, yeah.
So not too many people took that option up. They just finished their drink and moved on. And, you know, they kind of just petered out until you either finished the deck or people had had enough, or, you know, they had to go to the bar to top up their drinks. So he proceeded to go around to 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 different groups. And, you know, I saw him have to neck quite a few himself. So he was trying to sting everyone, but because he was the one holding the phone, he was actually playing as well. He kind of got himself a little bit cockeyed there as well, I think.
Old Sim wounded.
Wounded the next day. That was the call of the weekend on the chat group, I think. And he was wounded. He looked like Daddy Dunbar had run over him.
Yes.
Also in that group was Tim Dunny. who managed somehow to leave his credit card at the bar and rocked into his bedroom around 5 a.m. the next day. So that's probably worth a bit of an honourable mention as well when we're talking about the best on ground. I know T-Mac, he took it to another level as well. Rare that he actually kept his shirt on. In that state. I've seen him in that state many a time before, and generally the shirt comes off pretty quick. He was trying to get someone else's shirt off a couple of times, but he might have got talked down once or twice there, or 3 or 4 times with a complete fuck off, mate. I'm not taking my shirt off. So they're probably our honourable mentions, I think. Oh, I did want to make mention of Lucas as well. Who was having some sculling games with 3 or 4 blokes in a row and taking $50 off them at a pop, and then went for a little walk behind a certain palm tree and threw the fingers down the throat to evacuate what he just sculled. I know Reese went down there and may have taken some video footage of that, but I'm not sure that will ever see the light of day. So they're the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, honourable mentions. But we do need to make mention of the winner, best on ground, and of course the Chocky milkshake himself, Zach Kelly.
It's unsurprising.
Not very surprising, but I don't. We put a vote in. The original podcast is in around who we thought best on ground was, and we didn't want to look like we were being favourites or biased, but I don't think anyone could argue against Zach Kelly.
No, he was in fine form from the start to the finish. Closed the pub. Only left the pub because they ran out of piss, and then gets up 7:30, 8 o'clock the next day going, righto, what are we having to drink? So straight away.
Very close second would be Carl, for sure, Carl Harvey, because he kind of, I don't know if they were matching drinks, but they were in a very similar state early and late, and then they both fronted up nice and early to start it off again. So a couple of good country lads there that know how to hold their piss, but I think old Zach, he gets around a bit. He likes a bit of a yarn, so he definitely spread the love around a little bit, which I think got him over the line there.
Yeah, it was impressive to see him in full flight. You don't normally, not that he was messy or anything like that, but he was in full Zach Kelly flight.
Does he get messy though?
No, not very often.
Like it'd have to take like spirits. It'd have to take shots, spirits to rattle him a bit more than
he knows. Like it's like no, I'm not doing any shots. And his downfall is hard rated. That's his.
That
that's
gets
his
him a little
kryptonite.
silly. Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't get him silly. It just makes him crook.
Oh, okay.
So he can drink at his bucks. That's what bloody made him very crook. But
just the sugar, man.
just the sugar. It must be the white spirit, whatever it is. Probably methanol in there.
We all need a bit of methanol with our solo, that's for sure. We made mention earlier of the Calcutta. I do want to throw out a big shout out to Daddy D for coming up with the idea there, and he did up the poster and kind of kept tabs of the money, him and Riley. Divvied it up, counted it, make sure everyone paid their money as well. And then he was lucky enough to actually pick the outliers and got them at a steal, as we mentioned earlier. I think the high handicap, they had the highest handicap, didn't they?
Yeah, by 2.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
High handicap.
In hindsight, great idea, But I think Carl turned it on for the last 3 or 4 holes. I think he threw a couple of darts in there. They were behind us, so we saw him throw a couple of decent shots in. So, big. I think that's going to be a keeper. I think the Calcutta is a great idea.
Absolutely.
Especially getting everyone together in that room and having a bit of a yarn and getting the boys up in front and girls up in front and having a bit of a punt. You had anything to mention on the Calcutta?
No, it was good fun. I think it went really well. It was good to see that we. I wasn't expecting to get the amount of money that we did, which was good. And like Kingy just said, I think it's going to be something that's going to be a staple of PLPs to come. Because it was a nice additive to the event itself. And having that presentation room was good as well. We were kind of by ourselves.
Yeah, we lucked out there, didn't we? I think.
Yeah,
which was really good. So we might try and get that again next year.
Yeah,
if we get the opportunity. All right, so we're coming towards the end here. The substitute teachers are starting to fade a little bit. So we're going to roll through the last couple of things here, and then we'll sign off. And we've done pretty good again, I think. Yeah,
done really well.
We have. So we do need to make mention of Rally's Rugby League, and not just the usual portion that we put in. Rally's Rugby League was one of the teams that played on the weekend. They were garbed up pretty sufficiently. I think they had a little logo on their shirt, names on the back. They had footy shorts and the socks pulled up with a little logo on the side of that as well. So they look pretty good. They come pretty close into the best dressed, I think.
Yep.
But for reals, this is what everyone's here for. And I know I had a good yarn with Rowie on the weekend over a snifter of port talking about rugby league.
Snifter of port.
Snifter of port, if you can believe that. I wouldn't either, don't worry. There was port getting around.
It was port.
Simwu had port, didn't he?
Yeah, someone was trying to give some port away.
Yeah, right. Maybe I did have a snifter report then. I'm not sure if Rowie did because, that might have sent him a bit silly. So we'll have a look at the tipping. A lot of sixes, a couple of fives, a couple of fours, a couple of zeros at the bottom there with Fasty and Crime Scene. They've kind of given up. Reese had a round. He got 6, but he's just creeping up on 4th last. So Big Pez got 5, so he got one closer there. A couple of 6s at the top. So NB Sports Fan, the Irk and Clifton Butch sitting on 117, 116 respectively. In Goldsby Raiders got 5. Mitty Andy, you slipped back a little bit there, mate. You only got 5 this week, sitting on 112. So you're 5 behind the top pace, but you're only 1 behind in Goldsby Raider. I'm right behind you. I'm chomping at your heels. Actually, I matched you. So we're both on 112. I got 5 on the weekend. Kaikuya King's got 4. Dice Man's down there. You got a 4 as well. Reese got 6, but he's still struggling a little bit. Only got a couple of rounds left, yeah?
I think it's only like 2 or 3 to go in the regular season, and then it's into the finals. So
do we tip on the finals? Or?
I think last week Simo was saying that I think we're just the regular season.
Sounds like something similar would do.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll shoot on over to the other thing. What's it called? Supercoach?
Supercoach.
All right, there's a bit going on there. I still don't have any more trades, so I'm a bit of Barney rubble there. I've got Connor Tracy sitting on the bench. He's injured until the playoffs, I think, and he's got $750,000 of my kitty sitting there. So it'd be nice to be able to sub him out, but unfortunately not. Troy, old Stewie 81, he's powering ahead by a solid 300 points. He got 1,342 over Canberra Killers sitting in 2. Caddy Parrigan, he got 1,300 himself, 1,362, only 100 odd points behind. Better than Lego, Westbrook Wizards, 2 Wongs Make It White, Burkamp. Let's just go to people that we know. Reese's Reptiles, 1,180. That's not a bad day up for him. Good on you. Still scrolling down. Big Pez got 1,200. I only got 1,027, so I'm sitting at 18th. Magic Middies, you're just behind me, mate. I've leapfrogged you. You got 925. That's not bad.
925
you got. Yeah. It's pretty good considering you had no idea what the hell was going on there. Kaikuya King's only got 709. I think he's given up. Club Carl's slipping. Oh, no, he would have jumped 1 or 2 there with his extra 200 points. And then Fasty right down the bottom there. Big old Fasty. It was good to see Fasty. We haven't seen Fasty for a little while.
No, it was good. And he was in fine form too.
He was having a fat time.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty well seasoned, though, after a month of bucks parties and weddings and then all the frivolities that happened off the back end of that. So
I think his liver's looking forward to this week being able to dry out.
Yep, I think so. Mine too. So that's Aurelia's Rugby League. We got through that without too much extended chat, which is just the way it should be, I think. You happy with that, Rowers Rugby League?
Loved it.
Awesome. Steamer. You got a steamer this week?
My steamer goes to Connor Syme and his putt on his first hole of the day. Not sure what round it was, but so he was putting from just off the back of the green.
On the DP World Tour, yes?
Yeah, it was at the Nexus or Nexo Open or something like that in Scotland. I think Micheluzzi actually come top 10. I think he might have top 10 over there.
Mika.
So shout out to Mika. But Connor Syme had a putt from just off the back of the green, and this ball was still accelerating as it went past the hole, and it went about 50 yards off the front edge of the green.
It just kept going, didn't it?
It was not even close. So, yeah, shout out to you, mate.
Did he get up and down? I didn't see what happened afterwards.
I don't think anyone cared after that.
I don't know if I have a steamer this week. I think maybe the steamer for me this week is that I had to drive home from PLP Cup on the Sunday, which is fair because you've got to do that in a rotation. Someone's got to drive home, but it just meant I had to be a little bit muted, a little bit munted on the Sunday.
Sensible.
Was sensible, yeah. I had a couple of beers early on and then just kind of coasted my way in.
Yeah.
But, that's what you got to do. Get your mates home safe.
Absolutely.
There were plenty of designated drivers out there, but, it's all part and parcel of boys' trips. So, yeah, that's probably my steamer of the week is having to drive home. what the anti-steamer is the 10 chicken nuggies that I had when we stopped off at Plainlands. It was sensational.
Oh, that sounds
Just what the doctor
delicious,
ordered.
yeah.
Yeah, bit of sweet and sour sauce. Nom, 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 nom. Do you have any bunty hunters of the week? There was plenty of bunty searching on for many a group. I didn't lose any balls in the bunty. You lost and found. You mentioned.
I lost and found one on 6, so Snake Gully. So hit it up on the left after laying up. So on the 6th hole, on if you're on the front tee there, it's almost worth taking Chief and going over on the right because there's heaps of room over there. But it was blowing into the wind and I just didn't have the carry, so I was like, I'll just lay up and proceed to pull it just a little bit and hit the cart path, and it shot straight in there.
Oh yeah, up to the top left. Yeah,
so
right.
Get in there and took my drop and all the rest, and as soon as I was in the bunty there, I started getting real paranoid about ticks and whatnot.
Oh.
Because there's plenty of ticks around Coralbin. So
I haven't checked the sack yet. Should I?
see, this is like I've been. I was like, hey Jacinta, you need to check my sack because I might have a tick.
Yeah. That's what I say when I want my wife to touch my sack as well. Yeah.
But she's like, oh, you're off your head. Shout out to you, Jacinta. But yeah, so
Because she listens every week, does she?
She listens some weeks.
Right.
But yeah, then I had to enter the bunty a few other times to look for some other people's golf balls, and namely being Zach on the 9th hole there. He also took a fairway wood instead of driver for safety.
Oh, and then peeled it down left.
Toe schmoofed it straight into the shit.
Yeah, I may have done something similar.
Drops it and then toe hooks it straight into the right hand shit, and then proceeds to take a wipe. So
Right.
we were up in the bunty there and having a look around, and so that's probably my bunty hunter is trying to avoid some ticks.
Yeah, right. So have you got a clean sack? Did we?
I haven't checked yet.
Don't know yet.
Don't know.
Right.
It's not that big,
I'll
so
have
I
a
should
look.
be able to check myself.
I'll have a look for you afterwards. Yeah. Oh, you check mine, I'll check yours. Reese wanted to just make mention of his bunty. I don't think this is very fair because there was a bit of pressure on. He did actually hook a ball into the water on the very first drive of the day. He was second group off. You wouldn't have seen it because you were in the group ahead, unless you turned around and saw it. It might have gone whistling. No, it was well short of you, don't worry, where you hit it and I hit it, like 2 meters behind you. So I think he got his nerves out early and then proceeded to probably play some decent enough golf after that to shoot his 33 points. So a little shout out, Bunty Hunter of the Week. I can't remember if I got myself out of trouble to the point where it was awesome. I don't think I saved myself. I had a couple of bogeys out of the bunty, but just tried to play. Like, you got to play smart out of the bunty. It's sideways and then just take your medicine.
Chip on and make your bogey, not double.
Yeah.
Well, to make you feel any better, Reese, you should have seen where Zach hit his off the first tee. So I think it was a little bit further left than where you may have hit yours.
Yeah, it was. It was almost in the accommodation on the other side there. Yeah, trying to bounce it off the roof there, I think, off the terracotta. Pretty rock solid.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. You got anything planned for this weekend? What's coming up?
Just Riley's 21st. I just want to give another big shout out to Riley. He put in quite a bit of work with some of the stuff that you're seeing on the socials. It's he did a lot of that.
Yes,
the videos for the
strung a lot of those videos together for us, which makes my job a hell of a lot easier.
And post round, so he did a lot of that stuff, and I think he enjoys that stuff.
Yep, he had the drone out and about on the Sunday too, so he said he's going to try and knit a bit of footage together about the first tee there, which would be pretty good. So keep an eye out on the socials, and then that'll most likely go up onto YouTube. So if you're not already, jump on there. I know I say it every week, but it helps us out. Like, share, subscribe, jump on there. But I'll put some little snippets up there once he's worked his magic on that.
Absolutely.
You got a bit of golf this week. You said you're going to play Pro-Am? Yeah,
so I've got Coolangatta Tweed Heads Pro-Am on Friday morning. Making the trip down and having a go down on the west course there. So hopefully I can string around together and hopefully get into the money. If not, I'm really taking it as building blocks at the moment. I'm trying to just get myself back into a position where I can enjoy playing competitive golf. Like I really haven't played a lot of competitive golf of late.
At that level, yeah. At the professional level.
Probably in 12, 18 months I've really played anything decent. So, yeah, it's good to get back into. I think my last prime would have been Windaroo, which was in 2023. So it's almost it's over 2 years. So
I'll tell you what, if you can channel a little bit of what you found on Sunday, mate, you're going to go balls out there on Friday because you are absolutely fucking striping it. I haven't seen you hit the ball that well consistently, especially on that front nine. It was absolutely insane.
I better start preparing tomorrow and have 87,000 schooners and
That's probably the best bet, I think. You can't change what's worked in the past.
have to keep the same preparation.
Yep. Speaking of tomorrow, you're going to give me a little dial up tomorrow.
Yeah,
little work on the range, which would be good. So fine tune a few little things. You said you saw a little bit on Sunday.
Yes.
That we can work on.
Yeah.
I went and did a bit of a range session yesterday and had a bit of work, and yeah, I'm close, I think, but just need a little MIDI-D touch. So big shout out to my coach there. I haven't seen you for a little while for a proper dial up. So
Has been a while.
I do have mid-ams coming up. I'm about 4 weeks out from mid-ams. So that's what I'm working towards. So I might do some weeklies with you in the lead up to that.
Sounds good.
And I might buy a new putter as well.
We don't need that. We just need to do a bit of stroke work.
We do, yeah, I need to stroke the shit out of it. I'll stroke while you look for my tick. How's that go?
My other shout out would have to be to Zach.
Big effort.
Massive effort. And I think
All the way up from Parks.
the biggest effort was actually driving all the way home to Parks from Coralbin on Monday.
Did he do it all?
All in one go.
Oh, my goodness. That is a big effort.
So a big effort. So, yeah, straight from Coralbin to Toowoomba to drop me off. And then, yeah, drove straight from Toowoomba pretty much all the way through. Only had to pull up for half an hour to have a bit of lunch and whatnot. And
I reckon he had pretty good motivation to get home that night too.
He
I think
certainly
he
did.
was on a promise, I think. So that's going to get any man home, I think. But yeah, big shout out to the Chalky Milkshake. 9.5, 10 hours from Park just to Toowoomba alone, let alone the extras in and around. So
Yep.
yeah, massive effort. And we really appreciate him coming up, obviously supporting what we do. There's a few little chats about maybe getting a bit of a group together, maybe doing a little road trip down, maybe a little intimate PLP Cup kind of thing.
there may be a group coming up for next year as well too. So for the
Parks
PLP,
group?
Potentially.
Oh no! So
Been some
the
chat.
4 Zach Kellys. Fucking hell! I don't know if Corralbin's ready for that.
Yeah, it'd be. I think the 4 best on ground awards would have to go for that group.
That's pretty awesome. All right, well, you got a pretty decent weekend coming up.
Yep.
My weekend doesn't look too bad. I'm hoping to get out for a round. I'm going to have to go early on Saturday, I think. We've got our representative softball training starting up on Saturday Arvo. I have our first final in Redlands for the Scorpions boys. So big shout out to Scotty Sunley and Jimmy Chalmers and T-Mac that came to the PLP Cup. We're going to reconvene on Sunday, hopefully give Raiders a bit of a touch-up. It's an elimination final, so hopefully get the W there. And then I'll take us through to the prelims the week after. So, yeah, a little bit going on this weekend for us as well. But really looking forward to getting out there for a bit of a whack tomorrow and see if we can't fine-tune and bring this sneaky little handicap back in. It's bleeding itself out into a soft cap, which I'm not too happy about.
We'll do our best, mate.
That's all we can do. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. You happy with that?
Yeah, I think we went well.
I think we fucking nailed
That
it.
was good.
If you reckon we fucking nailed it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, throw some comments in around there as well. And if you can't get out of it, get into it. And don't put sugar in your coffee.
My hat's off to y'all. Thanks a lot.